questions and answers. And at the same time, I will also be making some explanations about the classes options that we have, especially the free classes and the things that you can do to benefit from these classes, as it were. One way or the other, I do believe that every single person here has a basic desire, and the desire is to pass IELTS at once. Am I correct? I don't think there's anybody here that wants to write IELTS twice, especially now that it's even appearing to be, um, quite costly. I mean, the cost of IELTS has gone up, and so nobody wants to, write these exams a second time. You understand? Because it's now like the cost has escalated quite a lot. And so, based on that reason, I do believe that whenever we have these free platforms, we should not make any assumption to believe that it's just I mean, maybe we will not be able to gain from it. And I just want to focus majorly on how you can, prepare for IELTS properly, and what the things you need to put in place to ensure that you are not wasting time, but you are actually preparing, and that you are taking advantage of the preparation schemes. You understand? So that is what we'll be talking about. I'm trying to copy the link. If I mean, there's a link that's for the YouTube channel. I want to try and get that link out so that you could send that for those people that might want to join the YouTube channel. You'll be able to do so. You understand? All right. All right. So I do believe that one way or the other, you're gonna benefit from. So I'm sending the YouTube now so that you could send that out to anyone. I'm putting it on the chat room now. Yeah, so that's the YouTube channel, and I'm going to try and paste it around the groups that I believe are connected to this this platform. Please, if you see the link, just quickly do that favor of sharing it around. Okay, don't say it's this is that. Just go on and go ahead and share it. Let people know that there is a free class going on and that they can benefit from it. Okay. I do believe that we needed that benevolence. You understand? You can, as a matter of fact, you can even put it on your. I'm going to put it on my status. For those people that probably will go ahead. I mean, we probably see, and then they can just click on the link and be part of it. Is that okay? I believe it's going to be kind. So if you have clicked the link and you have shared it to somebody, can you type a yes on the chat? Just let me have some level of conversation. Most of the time, whenever we have this kind of classes, people just come. They want to come and see what is happening. So they just say, "Oh, let me just observe." So they won't see anything. If you are saying, "Are you there?" They will be looking at you. What do you want? I beg, maybe we see what thing they do. You understand? Those who just come with this apprehension and all that. And as a matter of fact, because of that, they decided to turn off their videos. I've not come here to be seen like me. Baba. I won't see what in the. Let's see whether it's one of those people that are just on YouTube. Quite interesting. So please feel free. If you are, I mean, I believe you guys, you came for us to have a good time. So let me see your face. Let's share the capacity of conversation and connection. Imagine if I'm in front of a class and I cannot see anybody, and all I can see is cheers. You understand? Naturally, my instinct will tell me that I'm talking to self. All right. And for me, someone like me, I do not have the capacity to communicate very well when I cannot see who I'm talking to. And most of the time, what I try to do is do a video call because I actually, try to, I visualize a lot. I'm very imaginative. So, if you do not mind, kindly allow us to see your face. Okay, it's not going to do any harm to us. It's rather going to help to boost the class. So I'm doing three things in this class. And while I am doing those things, if you have any question, go ahead and ask your question. If you have any concerns, go ahead and voice your concerns. And whatever it is that you probably want to say, go ahead and say it. I'm going to respond to whatever it is that you come up with as we go on. I'm impressed with the number, and thank you very much for coming. So I'm going to be talking about how to prepare for IELTS. Number two, I'll be talking about the options of the classes that we have. And number three, I'll be talking about, I'll be answering questions that come up, while we move on. So the thing I want to say about IELTS is, if you want to prepare for IELTS, there must be something you have in mind. The first thing you will have in mind is that probably you wanted to study outside of the country. So IELTS is not just about working outside the country. If you're going to countries like Canada, UK, US, Australia to study, you might need to do IELTS. And of course, that applies to also working outside the country. Everybody, any of these countries want to confirm that you can visualize, you can communicate in the language of English. So what do you need to do to prepare? So for me, basically everybody needs it, but at some point, you may just want to further your studies, or you want to just see what works looks like outside of the country, and it's not a bad idea, really. It's not about self-ambition. It's about actually moving forward. You understand? So what do you need to do in preparing for IELTS? I'll be mentioning about 7 things. First of all, you need to understand your time frame. Now, no, you don't have the same time frame. You understand what I mean? Some people's time are more available to them, while some people's time are less available to them. And let me explain what that means. Most people are very busy. They are involved with so many things at the same time, children, husband, work, and all of that. And it's clumsy. While for some people, they have their access of time, they are free. They're not responsible to anybody. So you have to understand your time frame. And by understanding your time frame, what that helps you to do is to have what I call a time sharing capacity. What I will let you know, and without lying to you, is that if you're going to prepare for IELTS, you needed to understand your use of time. Are you getting me now? Your time use must be absolutely top notch. You can't use your time anyhow. You must strategically organize your time towards harnessing the best out of the exam. All right. There are 4 modules for the exam. We have the listening, the reading, the writing, and the speaking. I have observed that the more time you spend on reading is the more likely that you're going to pass reading. But the same is not true for listening. For listening, the moment you're able to understand how to hear what they are saying, and the act of concentration, the capacity to pass listening increases. And it will initially take time at the beginning, but towards the end, it will take lesser time. But when it comes to reading, if you are a good reader, or you are a very regular reader, you have a very high capacity to understand your reading and whatever, If you don't practice regularly, you will still fail reading. But when it comes to writing rather needs, I think somebody is struggling to join the audio. All right. So Sunday, I believe you can see me. You are not new on this platform. Sunday Ekato. Yeah. Please help me to type on the chat that whoever is struggling with listening should click on the audio in twice. There is this audio. There are 5 buttons on the link. There is this audio in that you have to click on 2 times. If you don't click on that audio in, you won't be able to hear me. So I believe one of the persons will be struggling to hear. I can see that. I don't know the name, but he's struggling to listen to me. So if you can hear me type that, thank you very much. Click it or type it on this particular chat so that somebody can benefit from it. So like I was saying, reading needs time. And even if you are good, if for example now, today you practice reading and you got 40/40, if you don't practice for 1 week, you're in trouble. And this does not apply to all the other modules. Do you get my point? So you needed to have a time strata, something that you will work on based on your schedule system. You may not be able to create the same time framework with somebody else. Secondly, environment. Now, most people have not understood the power of environment when it comes to IELTS. Your environment must not, must have a sort of adjustment. What I want you to know, to state very clearly is that you cannot practice listening inside the taxi. You can't practice listening where your friends are gisting with you. You can't practice listening when your phone is still doing vibration. Because most times people don't understand that your attitude to success must reflect in your practice. The exam condition is absolutely controlled. It's controlled by the examiner, it's controlled by the invigilators, and it's controlled by the exam policies. And you now enter the exam hall with your own preparation strategy that does not as the quality of the exam policies or the quality of the exam conditioning, you are failed. You are failed. And so your environment must adjust to your practice. Your environment must adjust to your practice. The third thing that is very key to your preparation is you need to get the relevant materials. Now, I want to say something very clearly today about 2 materials that I know that people are used to. Now, I know that many people have a lot of materials from all over the world, but there are 2 that I know are very popular: Cambridge English and IELTS Online. There is this particular material called IELTS Online. Now, and I observe that most people actually, they love to use the IELTS Online apart from the Cambridge English and so many other materials. Are you following me now? But let me give you a shocker today. If you have been using IELTS Online for your practice, you are wasting your time. Because the best way to prepare for IELTS is to model your preparation after the likely questions that will be brought out. And it has been confirmed that Cambridge English, all right, presents a similitude to what the exam will bring to you. Cambridge English is the likely prototype for IELTS. It has been confirmed from the time they have been doing it till now. And even during the exam, I have seen that even most of the exam questions that people get to do, some of them are repeated. I've actually seen in one of my because I wrote the exam 5 times. In one of my exams that I wrote, I observed that there was a particular question I've seen in practice, and I saw the question again. Are we together? So very crucial. You need to know the materials you are using. You cannot just bump on materials online just down and say, I'm testing myself. It will be a waste of time to practice, because the exam is guided by policies and there's a prototype for which the questions have to be asked. If you do not work within the similitude of those prototypes and you are working on that similitude, you are going to be wasting a lot of time and you'll be putting yourself under a lot of pressure headache, catastrophe. It is not necessary. You don't want that kind of pressure preparing for that exam. So flow with the line of materials that the exam is likely to afford you. All right. Number 4 is you might benefit from practice support. Practice support could be your practice partner, and it could also be your practice motivation. I know of many people that when they wanted to prepare for IELTS, they had a high level of motivation. After a while, their motivation dropped. Motivation could be a partner. If you are married, it could be your husband. If you are in a group, it could be your friend in that group that is, encouraging you. If you are, not married and you don't have a group, it could be money. It could be your scores. You understand? But you see, you must work on your motivation. And there are some demotivators. There are some people that are currently pressurized. They are fighting two battles. They are fighting to maintain their motivation, because anytime they see someone like this, the motivation will just die. In fact, some people are just going to say, are you preparing for it? That they have increased their money by 100%. See, and I know they won't do that exam again. Yeah, I don't fed up. And you that you are still ginger yourself. I will write. So I beg you. Maybe just decide for this country to get that. Anything will happen. But the truth is, listen, if these are the kind of people that you are talking to and you want to be motivated, you are wasting your motivation. You will need to dissect some kind of people from your group. People that whenever they see you and they see your head like that, they just like, you want Jackpa. And can I shock you? Some people are actually doing that negative stuff. They too are, you understand? they don't want you to know what they are doing. So you have to cultivate your motivation. I know of a lady. She's currently in Preston, UK right now. When she was preparing for the exam, she wrote the exam 4 times. Anytime the husband sees her with IELTS material, now the man will just grow angry. So what did I something? Did I do something bad to you? You just grow angry, and the next thing you start saying very, very costly words like you can never pass. Hey, calm down. Can't do that now. And that she wrote the exam 3 times in that house, and she failed. So she got confused. I said, you see, you have the capacity to pass this exam. Let's converse. And we had the conversation, and I just talked to her. I said, see, I believe that you need to go extend your wisdom, change your environment. That area that you are can never help you. So she took a leave, and she went for holiday. So she wants to see her mom for holiday. While she was on the holiday, she prepared for the exam, passed. And can I shock you? The man that was saying, you will never pass, is retired in the UK now. Yeah, he's retired in the UK now. Yeah, are you getting my point now? So if you observe that there is a motivation that is killing you, spot that motivation, remove it from your way. Don't manage negative vibes. Distance from it. Delete yourself from it. Don't manage it. If you know that somebody, the only reason why he's angry with you is if we see IELTS material, and then don't let him see the IELTS material again. Now, it's not difficult. Just locate somewhere that the person cannot see the material. You understand what I'm trying to say? Let your motivation be cultured, and be intentional about your conversations as well. Don't assume that everybody is looking out for you, because there's people that don't even care. Are you following me right now? Another 15 that you need is a coach. Now, I have been training IELTS students from 2019. What I've observed is that most people have not fully understood the concept of coaching for IELTS, and they make a lot of assumptions about it. They believe that maybe the person just wants to just renege on your time. Maybe the person just wants to collect your money. Maybe the person just wants to, just make you. Now, I will tell you my story about IELTS just now. to expatiate on the need of a physical coach, somebody that you can talk to, somebody that can evaluate your work, someone that can say you are doing well, someone that can say, all right, can you add this? Can you correct this? Can you do this and that? Now, of course, everybody has their variety and their weakness. Not everybody is the best, you understand? But at least you'll be able to get the best out of whoever you decide that should be your coach. I joined the background of people that want to write IELTS when I traveled to meet my mom in Leeds in the year 2006. My first encounter with IELTS was 2007, March. I wrote the exam after 3 months exposure with a coaching center online. I don't know the person that was marking my script. I don't know anything. I just joined the online group. I paid about £100 to have that experience. Then when I did the exam, I failed writing. I had 6 in writing. All right. So I traveled back to Nigeria because I was told that I needed to have 6.5 in writing for me to be able to get a job that can make me to work as a nurse, because I was looking forward to work as a nurse back then, 2006. But unfortunately, I did not pass writing. So I had to travel to Nigeria. And then I came to do my psychiatry. And then all of the other things followed. At some point, I began to think, okay, let me now travel. For the first 3 attempts, after I decided I was going to travel, I kept on failing writing. And what was my score? 6. You know, every of the time I tried to pass writing, I kept having 6. But there was never a time I failed listening. I never failed reading. I never failed speaking, because I was coached. I didn't need to have a physical coach for that. But for writing, it was my weakness. I needed someone that would help me check my work. So when I finally acknowledged the need for a coach, God provided one guy for me. He checked my work, confirmed my errors, and then I went for the exam. Clean sweep, 7.8, 7.58. Like, I just cleared the thing. And that's the reason why I'm able to talk to you today. You get my point? Most people, they don't understand. They feel that maybe it's just because people are not really settled. You don't need to taste IELTS crisis before you confirm you need it. And I know people that have understood that very quickly. As soon as they said, I want to prepare for IELTS, they look for someone that was quite okay. You know, sometimes they had to pay. Like, there was a particular lady that wrote IELTS 9 times. When she finally connected with me, you know that her problem was not even IELTS, actually. Our problem was extracurricular activities outside IELTS that she needed to correct. As soon as she corrected that extracurricular activity, she passed. And that was her 10th attempt. But she was afraid. So she wants to write 11 times. You know, that's the way you feel when you are failing exam repeatedly. So when she wrote the 10th time, she didn't feel she will pass. So she wants to write 11 times. But by the time she was going to write that one, when the result of that one was the 10th one was out, she now said that she passed. But she just said, let me just go and write, you know, that kind of feeling. So what am I trying to tell you? Don't wait to fail before you confirm the need for a coach. And what is the coach's responsibility? Evaluation of your work, guidance, cultivation. Now, there are 2 ways you can engage a coach. You can engage a coach as a group. For example, in a team, whereby you just speak a few things. I know of people that never spoke to me before, but whenever they watch some of these things that we are watching now, they are okay. That is their level of maturity. So they can really pick a few things from these free classes, and then, or maybe some group classes, just say, okay, I think I asked something there. I think I can apply it. In fact, there was a particular guy I coached that never spoke to me once, and he had 7.5 in writing. He just collected my materials and ran away. Once he disappeared, he came back and said, sir, this is my result. I said, Baba, how did you do it? Because for him, it was okay to be able to adapt those principles without any extra consultation. But for some people, they needed guidance. Okay, yeah, number 1. Number 2. Oh, yeah, this way. Write it that way. The punctuation mark, all of those things. So if you don't know yourself, you don't compare. You can't say, no. But everybody needs a coach. I tell you. If you write the exam and you luckily pass, don't mistakenly say, I just want to write, just pass. It's not like that for everybody. Everybody actually needs a coach. But you may not need the coach as intensively as other people. You understand? If you know your level, it is good for you, and you work with it, and then just go ahead and pass. Do you know why you need to pass it at once? Number 1, the exam
is skill intensive. It works over you. It is a mind-boggling exam. It puts your mind under pressure. You can't afford to write the exam 2 times and say, if I mistakenly failed reading. No, you can't. Do you get my point? So whatever energy you need to put for that first time, just put it and pass. You understand my point now? You don't need to think about it. Let me see whether I can. Let me just try the exam. You don't try it like that. Not even now that they have even started increasing their money like a way more. That's increasing it like I see they're increasing chin in the market. You understand? So you can't even afford that. You can't afford that luxury of money. Are you getting my point now? All right. So get a coach, and then utilize your coach. Let your coach use your coach. Most people don't know how to utilize coaches. I have some very, very stubborn students that I've coached at once. They will just, once they send to me that, hello, sir, help me to check this work. And then maybe, for example, maybe I get too busy and they just say, you have not checked the work. I thought I said like 5, and this one, no even, and just flash, yeah, please check the work. I will not have any choice. But some people, they just say, I've got the coach now, so they will pursue me up and down. So if the coach doesn't pursue, they too will not pursue. Because what did you think you are doing about your preparation? If not put yourself under extreme pressure. And that is what makes you to have that full level of progress. Are you following my point? Mr. Sunday, please let me tell people that are not able to hear me, just go on the YouTube channel. They can just link, if you're not able to hear me, just link the YouTube channel. It's the link is on the platform, and then just watch, without any struggle. Are you following me now? So having a coach for me, it's more like a shortcut. And I think it is something that people should consider now. Of course, I've trained over 1,000 people. In my archive, I have about 500 results of people that have passed. I was on a group yesterday, and I pasted on 100 results of people that passed in the last 6 months to a year. 100 results. And they are not results that just came from heaven. Human beings are them. This year, we had about 6 results of people that just passed, all manner of successes, people that have passed at once, people that have passed, at first sitting, at second sitting, some people that have written before and then they have passed, and failed before came to pass. So there is the track record of success that I personally have. So I will recommend myself to you because of my track record. You understand? So, but of course, there are other coaches around. If you find someone that is closer to you, that is very good and is confirmed good, you don't need to change that person to come ahead and join. But if you probably do not have anybody and you know that, well, you are struggling and you really want to pass IELTS at once, I can recommend myself. I can tell you the truth. If you sit for IELTS under my coaching and you are concentrated enough to pay attention to my instruction, you will pass at once. I'm not trying to make any mouth. I'm not trying to make an emotional statement. If you probably want to confirm this, you can go ahead and check on my YouTube channel. Go through, there are some testimonies there. You can go on my website, metricandacademy.com. There's some testimonies there. You can go on my Facebook channel. There are some testimonies there. You understand? I mean, so it's not a hidden issue. It's not an hidden agenda. You understand? And of course, it's something I can say without any struggle that if you come under this platform, you will pass. I'm 100% sure of that. But having said that, I also want to add one more thing, and that is consistency of practice. Understand this. You see, IELTS is not a knowledge-based exam. It is not a knowledge-based exam. You can't pass IELTS because you have learned the strategy. There was I coached one young man one day, and he said, you see, I'm writing the exam tomorrow. Come and coach me. I know you're good. Just coach me today. Coach me. So I coached him out like fire. Yes, yes, it's true. Okay. And I was pointing it. He was writing. He failed very well. He failed 5.5. He said, when he came out of the exam, he said he didn't know how he got 5. He thought he would get 3 or 2. You understand? You don't know. You don't pass IELTS by knowledge. You pass IELTS by what? By skill. And skill is built by practice. If you ever know the man called Okocha, or the man called Ronaldo, or Messi, these are people that they have special qualities. But if you go and find out, they practice a lot. You want to pass IELTS, you will practice like fire. You will practice, you will practice to stupor. You understand? Sometime of the time when I tell my students, they just finish a very serious essay and they got 22. They're like, I got 22. And their teacher said, repeat it. It's not all over again. You understand? You will practice. That is in addition to having a coach. You will practice, and your practice has to be consistent. And let me tell you the mystery of consistency. When it comes to IELTS, when you miss 1 day of practice, listen to this carefully. When you miss 1 day of practice with IELTS, what you have simply done is that you have missed 2 days. And I'm going to explain. For every day of practice, you acquire a new skill level. All right? And they are in layers. All of your skill levels are in layers. So for every single day of practice, especially when it comes to reading, you acquire a new skill level, even if you fail. All right? Now, when you now miss maybe for example, you practice today, you now miss tomorrow. All right? What happens tomorrow is that the layer you missed today is lost. So by the time you are coming back to practice on the 3rd day, which is the day after tomorrow, it's like you are starting from yesterday. Who got what I just said now? Who got it? If you got, just wave your hands. Who got what I just said now? Wave your hands. If you got what I just said, wave. I will explain again if you don't get it. So for a practice day missed, you lose the skill of the day before, which means altogether you have missed 2 days. So you will have to now go, and that's why some people say, sir, I used to get 34. I don't know what happened. I went for 1 bad day. When I came back like this, just dropped to 22. I was like, yes, where did I go? Like, it didn't go anywhere. Your skill left you. That's all. I'm telling you. I know some people have experienced this before and they are wondering, how come? That's the way IELTS works. Your skill layers leave as you lose touch with the exam. It's a skill. It's just like when you have a cutlass. The more you sharpen the cutlass, the more sharper it will become. If you drop the cutlass, it will lose its sharpness. Am I making sense to anybody? You must be brutally consistent. And that is the reason why you have to work around your strategy of time. You have to work around your environment. You have to work around your motivation. You have to work around, your coach. These are the things that will be pushing you and putting fire under your belly to run forward to pass the exam. All right? And the final thing that I want to talk about is the mock test. Now, if you are writing, write this down. It is a major risk to attempt IELTS without a mock test. In fact, as a matter of fact, it is better to fail the mock than to fail the exam. Do you understand me? It's better to fail the mock than to fail the exam. You see, mock test does not have any consequence on your emotions or your energy. It's only a revelational exam. It gives you a picture of the level that you are. It makes you know that you are still far away. It makes you know that there is still a problem with your preparation, and the area that you have problem with, it makes you to deal with it so that you can go ahead and get better. Are you getting my point? So having a mock test that you can confirm as correct mock, not the mock that you are doing and you're like, post down listening. Mock of life. That one Ojoro mock. Not that one. Mock test that you will have exam condition around you. Okay. When you have that kind of mock test and you pass, if you do 1 or 2, in fact, I want to tell you something. In my own academy, if you sit for mock test and you pass, my mock test is bigger than Cambridge. It's Cambridge policy, but the questions are bigger than Cambridge. I have 6 of them. If you sit for my mock tests and you pass, forget IELTS. In fact, I want to tell you this, Shocker. Most of my students that recently, because I opened a particular platform to sponsor students. Most of my students that joined that platform, they even didn't write the mock test. They ran away from writing mock test, and they still passed. You get my point? I have 6 of them that passed like that. They just sneaked like, I was scared, and they went to write and they passed. Are you following me? But the people that even wrote the mock test, I can tell you this for free. Not all of them was able to have that clean success. And it was a revelation to let you know that if the people that wrote the exam were struggling to pass, and people now sneaked and went to write and passed, what is it telling you? That it is a shaking mock. You cannot write my mock. Even if you get close to your success in my mock, you have passed. Maybe you get 6.5, 7, 6.5, you have passed 8. Just go and write the exam. Although I try to tell you, please don't go. I tell you, don't go in secret. Please kindly check out on the area. You get my point? Just to be confident. Do you understand? And so what I am doing to you today is to give you huge push. Don't let anybody tell you that, see, you cannot write in Nigeria again. No, don't let anybody tell you that anymore. Now, I'm done with the class right now. There are other things you could do, but these are the key things you need to do. But let me just tell you some platforms I put on ground to support students' success. All right. Number one, we have this free platform. This particular class I'm doing today is normally done by 3 p.m. every Friday. But because I have a seminar this morning, I have to push it to 7 a.m. so that we do not miss the class. All right. So which means that from next week it will be 3 p.m. All right. We just talk about what you need to do to pass it at one sitting, 3 to 3:30. All right. And then we have a second platform. It's called Reading Conference. It's a new concept that is on Mexican Academy. What do we do in Reading Conference? We answer questions. We just answer questions. Just answer. That's all we do in Reading Conference. And we meet once a week, and it's free. It's free. But we don't air it on YouTube. It's free, and you don't have to be part of any. You don't have to make any payment to be part of it. And it occurs every Saturday by 5 a.m. Nigerian time. Every Saturday, 5 a.m. Nigerian time. Our purpose of doing that 5 a.m. is because we want people to have woken up, prepare themselves, and it's the best time to start. Your head is fresh. You're not under pressure. You're not thinking about this or that. You are calm. You are, and all of that. So 5 a.m. So, of course, I invite you to be part of it. It's quite very interesting. You have arguments on answers. Why do you pick that answer? And all of that. And most people have confessed that their reading score have shoot up by just attending that platform. Their reading score have shoot up by. So I also invite you can be part of it. Now, but the main platform that I'm currently hosting to prepare people for the IELTS exam is called the IELTS Sponsorship Group. The IELTS Sponsorship Group. Now, I want to record this for the sake of somebody. Now, what do we do in the IELTS Sponsorship Group? It's a 5 weeks sponsorship class. It's a 5 weeks coaching section. And we have actually gone beyond 5 weeks. In the first set that we had the first set from December 9 till end of January. And then we started the second set February, and we are already moving towards the end of the second set. But what we do is that we allow for people to come into the class anytime. Our target, get 1,000 students empowered to write and pass IELTS at once. How do we empower them? The moment you are able to have a tangible score in your mock test, we give you 100,000 naira to write the exam. That's all. So it doesn't matter who you are or where you are from. Once you can achieve the minimum requirement for success in the mock test, you have 100,000 naira. And for those people that have not had that opportunity to pass the mock, maybe you had 6.5 and you are not able to achieve the success in the mock test, what we try to do to motivate them is to give 1/4, maybe like 2/3 of the money, or 2/5 of the money, just to keep, so that you can be motivated to go ahead and write the mock test again. And then once you're done with the mock test, you have the balance of your money. Do you understand? We also have discussions with students who have not done well in the mock test to encourage them. Can you go ahead and have some few sections, or can you go ahead and have some personal evaluations, just to enhance your energy, put yourself under pressure, and see whether you could do well if you go ahead and write it a second time. So all of those things are there, and it is just to ensure that we equip 1,000 individuals. I will not lie to you, I have not seen 1,000 yet, and I'm surprised. I'm wondering why people are not jumping at it. But of course, I understand people are thinking about scam. People wonder, okay, is this true? Is it not true? Are you sure? Are you not sure? What are we doing? Are we not doing it? Is it this and that? But the truth is, well, I have a bit of time proving track records on major social media platforms. So anyone that is still doubting, is it real, is it not real, just go on the social media, just type my name, search for my name, type Mexican Academy, search for it, and look at what is happening there. That's all. You don't need to put pressure on anybody. Just go ahead and search Mexican Academy and then you confirm. All right. We will support 1,000 people to pass the exam. And I won't lie to you, some people actually have passed even before we supported them. We have had about 6 to 7 people who have already passed the exam without asking for support. They just joined the class and they went to write the exam. Some have already booked the exam, just went, okay, let me just see what they're doing. And they joined, and it supported their level of preparation, and they passed. So this is a platform where I believe you're going to get all the support you need. There's a platform called the 50 Days Challenge, but it is connected to the sponsorship class. You can't join the 50 Days Challenge if you're not in sponsorship class. That's the only issue about that. That's the class that is coded from other people. And what do we do in 50 Days Challenge? We put ourselves under strenuous pressure for listening and for reading. Come and see people getting, you see some score. Is anybody do we have anyone here that is actually currently on the social platform? Anybody? You will see some score, because I want to confirm, okay, you are there, okay. You will see some score, 40/40, and you're like, huh? You that you are still battling with 18, you're like, oh, all right. Meanwhile, you will not know that person that got 40/40 his own journey started like 15 days ago when he was getting 25. You understand? So that will motivate you. It's just a motivational group. People put up their score on the platform, and then some people they are afraid, and at some point they see themselves growing. So you see yourself growing. You see yourself growing. And so it's a platform that is connected to that IELTS sponsorship. All right. I want to appreciate 2 individuals that I believe I need to openly speak about them, who have been very active in ensuring that people know about this platform. Mrs. Sean Day and then a friend, I believe they great work with the IELTS. To get people to be aware. All right. I don't know if you're on that platform, on this platform. Like, you join the platform through Mrs. Sean Day and a friend, Is anybody like that here? Anybody like that here? No. But nobody's waving now. Okay, thank you. All right. So you see, you may not understand what they have done for you, but if you can see, you will see that it's a privilege. Do not take the privilege for granted. Make the best use of it. Get the best from it. Squeeze the best from it before you let it go. Opportunity does not come every day, but if you can see with the eyes of the inside, I don't want to be spiritual, okay? You will see that there is something inside this one. Do you understand? So please, apart from the fact that you have also had their access, let somebody know about this. We are looking for 1,000 people to support. Right now, somebody that just did the exam in January just gave some little money to the person. She passed. You understand? She didn't have the time to wait, but she went ahead and held the exam and we gave her just some stipends and all that. Okay. Okay, yeah, sister, yeah, that's okay. Thank you. I mean, I also believe you can help other people as well who probably have been trusting to pass the exam. Listen to me. I have seen cases with IELTS exam that are looking like hopeless. All right. A particular medical doctor last year, she has written the exam 5 times. It was one day to her exam. She had 24 hours to exam. A friend said, can you speak to Mr. Steve? Whether I will help you. Our problem was writing. I just packaged her, gave her the code, asked her, do you know how to cram? He said, yes, we are cram. So she crammed the stuff, went to the exam. When she wrote it that 6th time, she had 6.5. When she remarked, she had 7. That was how she stopped writing my exam. 24 hours to the exam, 24 hours. That's the closest I've seen. Are you following me? So in case you are here, you are saying, I'll book my exam. It's next week. So what do they have to offer? I just want you to chat with me. Let's see what can happen to you. Because most people know that these things can be done. There's nothing impossible. It's just because you have not found out the secret. Do you get it? So utilize this opportunity, get the best from it, and then we travel. We travel to wherever I want to travel to. We are not limited by anything, okay? So this is the time for question and answer. Because I believe we have quite a number of people that have joined this platform and you might want to ask a question or two. I'm putting it up to you to kindly put your questions up by because I know if I turn on the audio and we have a lot of noise. So to avoid that, can you put your question into writing and then I'll read it out and I will answer. Today, I spent more than my 30 minutes. And the reason is because of the fact that I also wanted to, speak to those people that, Mr. Sunday, you don't observe that we are strangely more. Normally, this class, people don't used to attend, maybe like 6 people. People, I tell you, in our Nigeria country, people don't value free things. I'm telling you. You see, in the sponsorship class, people that come at least 15 or 25 in this free platform, where you have over 400 people already, you will now be finding 5, 4, 10, 7. They will even be coming and be going. Hi. Okay, no worries. So it's taking energy to just push this thing. We are just pushing it by energy, not because we are motivated by the response of people. You understand? So, you have any question? Maybe you want to ask about IELTS. You want to ask about sponsorship platform. You want to ask about your preparation, or you want, of course, I have personal classes too. But my own personal class is Power Pay, but you will benefit from it. We do the Power Pay where we see you. I can see for 15 minutes over the period of 4 times. 1 hour pay. Very, very cheap, but highly qualitative. You understand? And I do believe that you will not miss out from these privileges. They are open, but don't take it for granted. Do you understand? Let me see if I will wait for 5 minutes. If I don't see any questions, I will assume there are no questions. All right. And then we just close the section. All right. So, all right. Somebody's asked, they said, thank you for your teaching. How about someone that has done it more than once? Someone that has done it before, but does not have the money to write to, yeah. So definitely the reason for the sponsorship is to support people that don't have enough money to write. Do you understand? I have seen that IELTS is getting costlier in Nigeria. I want to say this to you. It is not the same in other countries. In UK, IELTS remains £205 over the last 2 years. I believe it's because of the change in pounds, dollar stuff that's affecting the examination. So I feel that it's not a bad idea to support people. I've never done this before. Support people that want to write the exam. Are you getting me now? And yeah. So if you have written the exam before,
you don't have the money to write, join this group platform, all right? Join the sponsorship platform, and then by the time you have 100K, of course, the remaining part to add is nothing compared to you having to struggle to look out for the money. You understand? So I encourage you to just be part. You can be part of it and see how it helps you to move forward. How much is per hour the power pay? All right. So the power pay is for the personal section. I mean, is $12, £10, 8,000 naira. You understand? So, and I've told people before that I don't meet you for 1 hour straight. I have a long thing. I mean, I have a long schedule. So I cannot meet you for 1 hour straight. What I do is I just split the hours. We can meet for 30 minutes now, 30 minutes tomorrow. So that can actually allow you to get the best. And I can subsidize your meeting by just sending you materials. So I don't have to teach you. I just evaluate your work. So at the end of the day, the time we spend to communicate will be less compared to when I have to be teaching you a lot of things. Do you get the picture? So you have a material, and I now coach you, coach your results, coach your outputs, and then at the end of the day, you have a valuable time that you have spent with me. Do you understand? Another question that is coming is the sponsorship platform the one you started? No. I didn't start it last night. The sponsorship platform has been on since December. All right. But the fact is that I've not been able to get the number we are looking for. All right, because our aim is to sponsor 1,000 people. I've not seen up to 400. You understand? And we have had a section done. We're in the second section. We're starting the March section by March 15, which is like 2 weeks time. And so I just thought we needed to have information passed around. Most people don't even know about it. You understand? So that is it's not a new platform. It's been on since December, and I believe quite a number of people are here now that have been on the platform. If they are going to talk, they'll tell you that it's not a joke. That platform is putting people under pressure, and they have seen themselves switch over to higher levels as it relates to preparation towards IELTS examination. Yeah. Can I pay for one-on-one even after? Yes, you can, definitely. Yeah. There are people that are doing that right now. They just want to have one-on-one, like proper expression about certain things, and at a different time from other people. Definitely, you can do that. That's not a big problem at all. We just set up the time together. You understand? Good morning. Can I get Cambridge? Of course. Now, you don't need road to IELTS. What you need is Cambridge materials. Cambridge materials, not road to IELTS. Yeah. All right. So definitely on the platform you can have it. You can request from me personally. And then again, somebody said, can what's the criteria? No, there's no criteria. If you are interested to join, all you need to do is let me know. I will send you the instruction to follow. It's 8,000 naira for the 5 weeks. So, I mean, on the platform, I raised it last night with the group that was opened by Nurse Shonde and a friend, If you don't have the access to pay immediately, you can still join and you'll be allowed to pay by the end of the month. You understand? If you have the access to pay immediately, but the money is not enough, I'm thinking in my head of something I want to do. So, but I'll put on the platform later. All right. So, all of this is just to ensure that nobody will say it is because of money that I did not join. You get my point now? Because in Nigeria, we're very fast to say, I don't get money. The only problem is that when it comes to IELTS exam, we go and find the money. And I'm just thinking, it's just me thinking in my head. You will struggle to get 1,000 naira. And when it comes to 8,000 naira, you're like, you don't get money. And they are saying, okay, take 8,000, get 8,000 naira, let me give you 100,000. You understand what I mean? So logically speaking, it's still a good bargain. Do you get my point? So I don't think you should go and borrow money for IELTS first. Go and, first of all, if you have to look for money for that 8K, it's not a big deal, because at the end of the day, you're going to gain two things. You get my point? So it's just a matter of just understanding the key thing now and putting your energy into ensuring that you achieve it. Do you understand? It's as simple as that. Nothing difficult. It's not a complicated decision to make. Can we be asked? Yes, I've said that. Yeah, you can join the group now. You speak to my admin. She will take your details. It's 7 o'clock. She will take your details and then she will add you up on the platform. Yeah, you can join now and pay later, definitely. So I believe I've done just all the questions. Thank you everyone for coming through. I appreciate you. Just I don't like the fact that most people didn't turn on their audios, their cameras, personally I like to see faces. Thank you, Sunday, for turning your camera on. Thank you, Adejola. Thank you, Abigail. Thank you, Elizabeth. And those are people that I saw. Okay, Unlade is struggling to do the same. Thank you very much, because that's what makes the class to be funny, to be fun. Is there a difference between British Council and IDP? No, there's no difference. The only difference is that the people in charge of those places are not the same. IDP is by independent body. British Council is by Britain, by people from Britain, the British Council and all that. But the exams are the same. The questions are the same. The marking scheme are similar. So, and you can use it anywhere. Just the same way. You can even combine IDP and you can combine IDP and British Council in the event of combining results, and nobody's going to put you under any pressure. Abolani, thank you very much as well. So I want to thank everyone for being part of this beautiful section. Reading conference takes place 5 a.m. tomorrow. If you want to join, I will put the link up, and you are fully invited. I'm thinking tomorrow to spend more time with the reading platform. And for those of us that are in the sponsorship class, we are having a double class. Last week, Saturday, we were unable to have a full class. So we're going to be having a class tonight and another class tomorrow. That's for the people that are in the sponsorship group, actually. All right. I will set up the time, and then I think I already told you it's going to be 8 p.m. tonight. So we look forward to having a good time together. We'll be elaborating much on writing tax 1, and hopefully it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful one. Okay. So thank you, everyone. It's fun to have you. Like I said, you just send the message to me. If you're on the IELTS sponsorship group, just send the message to me. If you're on the free platform, send it to me. I will let you know what you need to do to be part of the group. Meet you again when I see you, because I don't know, it could be tomorrow. You understand? And just before I go, let me say this quickly. If you know any nurse in the UK or in Nigeria that has passed IELTS and has passed CBT, and they are looking for a job, all right? I'm setting up a 4 pathway for their success. And one of the pathways is called self-sponsored pathway. We are currently having a lot of commotion around it, but most people from the UK have already joined that platform. Two people so far. It is the platform whereby you sit for OSCE by yourself, and then once you pass, you have your PIN, you go for a job with a COS, and they tap you in. I observe that even in the UK right now, the hospitals and the agencies are no more sponsoring people to write OSCE. That's what I've observed. I have set up a OSCE body and a support team to help people pass the OSCE exam, help them transit all the visa processes, the guidelines, everything. So if you know anybody like that, kindly refer them to me. I'm trying to see if I can set up that stuff. If you can screenshot this on your phone, it would not be a bad idea. This is the OSCE. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. So it's a weekly OSCE training. And this is what we do. We train people to pass OSCE, and we train them to we sort them out with employment. We have individuals that we connect directly, who we help them to get employment in the UK. All right. So that is one of the extra things we are trying to do. If you want to screenshot it, do that now so that you can send to a friend, whether in the UK or Nigeria. I've told people, I said, our medical colleagues who do not have the kind of access that we have, they have opened themselves to channels that they will use to get jobs in the UK. But because we have been used to being spoon-fed, we are refusing to leave our platforms. You have passed IELTS, you have passed CBT, it's almost expiring, you're still crying. When the job come, what do I do? Rise up and take a decision around it. Like I said, there are 4 platforms. Because of time, I won't be able to discuss that here. But if you know people that are in that category, please refer them to me so that we can start an active process on how they can get a job in the UK. Can't just sit down, keep crying, and time is going. You understand? But by the time you imagine somebody that suffered to pass IELTS, look for job until IELTS expire. So you now write IELTS a second time, God forbid, that you not fail. So it's just a way to push people out of that limitation. All right. And we hope to see how much we can help and support for those people, even from Nigeria, to write the OSCE examination. All right. So thank you, everyone. I don't think there are any other questions. Let me see. How can I answer that question? Is there a similar plan for Ireland, sir? Yeah. If you're from Ireland, chat me. I have someone I can connect with. That I can connect you with currently in Ireland that can also give as much support as possible. I'm hearing some news from Ireland that's not pleasant, but yeah, I'll connect with whoever it is that is there. Somebody is also saying, thanks, sir. What if I want to write in 4 months' time? Absolutely good idea. 4 months' time, it's pretty much here. You understand? I do want you to take that platform and take it serious and start up the process or the procedure for which you can attempt to write in 4 months' time. Just go ahead and start your preparations now. Okay. The earlier, I believe, is the better. And if you have a part of your money here, you can even book your exam ahead of that time. You understand? Before they increase to 500,000 naira. People, before you know that this 500,000 all over. So you can book your exam now. Write it down in your book. You can book your exam when? Now. Before they increase it. If you have the money, just calculate the timing based on your preparations. I can advise you on when to put your preparation. Do you understand? All right. So thank you, everyone. Yeah, please go ahead. You can chat me privately. You can ask any question that you want to ask. As soon as I have the timing, I will answer. All right. So thank you. And please do me a favor. What's the favor? Number 1, have a nice day. Number 2, don't lose this opportunity. All right? God bless. All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.